candidate here this evening in this round is Richard Holtorf.
Fellow Republicans, voters of Congressional District 4, I stand before you in historic times. I'm going to start off by saying there are candidates here that have spoken loquaciously about all they've done. But during their tenure, between 2008 and 2018, this state went from red to blue. What happened? What happened during those times? I have been in politics for 5 years now. When I arrived on the scene, I saw Republicans fighting Republicans. Ladies and gentlemen, think about this very importantly. When Republicans fight Republicans, Democrats win. And that's what's been happening because of the lack of leadership in the Republican Party in this state. When I walked into this thing, I said, you know what? We've got to make some big changes. We need veteran leadership, and we need people that are strategic thinkers. Now, I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to cut back on any words because people need to know. We are still not winning in this state. We don't have a unified message. Our federal congressional delegation, who are all either retiring or carpetbagging to another district, have failed Colorado. We need a congressman that the state can look up to and that will show leadership in Congress that'll resonate back to Colorado. Now, when I go to Congress, there's a few people I want to talk to. First of all, Jim Jordan. That might be my first stop. How about Chip Roy? That might be my next stop. Those are the folks I look up to and want to emulate when I get there and serve with. And I'm not going to stop with that. For you people that are in rural Colorado, how about G.T. Thompson? I've already got his phone number. I can go see him tomorrow in D.C. and walk into his office. That should mean something to you folks in rural eastern Colorado. Think about that. If you want somebody that's been a third-generation cattle rancher, very successful in operating our multifaceted ag operation, raising cattle, feeding cattle, and farming. And it's a big operation. I tell people to look at this right here. This right here is the John Dutton version of the literature right here. Okay, take a look at it. We got a lot of similarities. We got a lot in common, folks. Now, I've gone through half my speech, but you need to know who you're looking at. I'm the only candidate in this race that has a top secret clearance with special compartmentalized information because I've served in some of the most complex mission profiles in the military as a senior military officer. I think veteran leadership matters, and it should matter to you tonight. When you send me to Washington, D.C., I'm going to walk into Washington, D.C. There's less than 18% of the folks serving in the U.S. Congress right now that are veterans. Yet they serve on committees and have no idea. Some of my colleagues here have no idea what happens in the military. They don't know about a military budget. They don't know about national defense. But yet I can stand here before you and tell you as a senior military officer, I've served in 5 overseas tours. Pacific Theater, European Theater, Middle Eastern Theater. I know how dangerous the world is. I understand geopolitics. I'm the only candidate that's got a master's degree in strategic studies from the United States Army War College. And that was after I got a master's in business administration from Boston University, and I got my undergrad at CSU in mechanical engineering. Not an easy field of study, by the way. I'm the only candidate here that's a senior Army aviator. 16 years in operational aviation, flying Hueys, Cobras, and Apache gunships. And an Apache test pilot. You think you get into test pilot school because you're some kind of slug or you're some kind of clout? You have to be the top of the top. And you're looking at that guy right now. I need you to know that. Oh, by the way, I'm fluent in 2 languages, and I've lived in 7 countries. I'm not talking about just going to visit. I'm talking about living. I was born in Spain. How many people knew that? Okay? Yeah. My mother I was actually an American citizen. People say, oh, you can't be president. Oh, yes, I can. I was born an American citizen. I was a U.S. citizen, born abroad. Now, one of my good friends was poking a little at that, and I said, you know what? You can't disqualify people like me, who have served their country for 29 years. You need veteran leadership. I really believe that. And I'm that one veteran that can bring that. And let's talk about what's going to happen when I go to Washington. I want you to know there's some very important things that have to happen. The first thing that we have to do is we have to get term limits in Washington, D.C. Because you know what causes the swamp? It's these people that have been in office for 10, 20, 30 years. We have some people right now here that have been serving in politics now, or been politicos, making a living and profiting off of politics for decades. I'm not that guy. See, I'm different. I'm a maverick. And I will serve you like no other because I know where you live. I know where Walsh is. I know where Paoli is. I know where Hull is. And I will come to you because I will work for you. I will work for the people, of the people, by the people. Vote Richard Holtorf tonight and you will see the best congressman you've seen in your entire lifetime. Thank you.